into round 2, which is called the travelling prop. And there's one question each. Basically, you've got to name the prop that I'm talking about, and it's from a list of clubs they've played for, but they've played for your club during that list of clubs. Now, the clubs are going to be listed in the order of the start of the career to the end of their career. And I do feel bad for John a little bit, but at the same time, maybe Alan's got the hardest question of them. I think basically Sarah and Tim had the easiest ones on this. But yeah, Alan, we'll start with you.
Go on.
This player played between 2004 and 2017. His clubs were Huddersfield, Swinton, Hull KR, Halifax, Oldham, Swinton again, Bradford, Widnes, Salford, Bradford very, very briefly again, and then finally Workington, and internationally he played for Wales.
Holy moly.
He played for a lot of clubs. And that's not including loan stints.
I'm just trying to be logical. Workington in 2017.
Do you want me to run through them again?
Yeah, go on.
So played 2004 to 2017, starting at Huddersfield, then Swinton, Hull KR, Halifax, Oldham, Swinton, Bradford, Widnes, Salford, Bradford, and then Workington. And internationally he played for Wales.
I'm not going to get it.
Oh, he came in like a wrecking ball.
Did he?
Phil Joseph.
Oh, flipping heck.
Fair enough.
Philip Joseph, indeed.
Yeah. So, John.
Yeah.
Your player played between 1997 and 2017. And his clubs were... And then remember, it's a prop forward. His clubs were Hunslet, Halifax, Castleford, Hull FC, Leeds Rhinos, back to Hull FC, then Crusaders, Barrow, Lemieux, Workington, London, and finally Doncaster. He did play internationally for Great Britain as well. I think that was around the time he played for Leeds, actually, that he played for Great Britain. But that's another person who had a lot of clubs.
Oh my God!
So I think this is going to be the key point, Mark. Can you just repeat the club after Crusaders, please?
Barrow.
Oh yeah. No, no, I haven't got a clue, mate.
Do you want me to give it another go through?
Yeah, absolutely.
So from 1997, where he started at Hunslet, he then went on to play for Halifax, Castleford, Hull FC, Leeds, Hull FC again, Crusaders, Barrow, Lemieux, Workington, London, and finally in 2017 he hung up his boots after playing at Doncaster. He also played for Great Britain, way before he played for Doncaster. Nope.
No, not going to get that.
No, I do feel a bit guilty now that this was one I picked. Any guesses from you, Alan, on that one?
No, John has my sympathy because I haven't got a Scooby-Doo with that one.
It's Jamie Thackeray.
Yeah, we could have been here for a long time until I got to that one.
Do you know what? I'm going to give you Sarah's. See if you can get Sarah's, John, and then Tim, I'll give you Alan's. So,
okay.
And you'll see why, because they both actually played for the clubs your clubs. So Sarah's played between 1997 and 2015, and his clubs were Leeds, so he started at Leeds, then he played for Hull FC, Warrington, Hull FC again, Castleford, and then finished at Featherstone in 2015. Internationally, he played for Wales, Great Britain, and England. He certainly did all his trophy winning at Hull FC and Warrington, I think, rather than Leeds, but he started at Leeds.
started Leeds in
1997.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we're asking for all these details. Is something going to become all clear? No, I don't know that one, Mark.
We've talked about him before on the show, actually,
have
in
we?
the news section and in the props section. It's Gareth Carvell.
Oh.
So Alan, stepping in for Tim, your player played between 2002 and 2019, okay?
Yeah.
And his clubs were the Leeds Rhinos, the Bradford Bulls, Wakefield Trinity, and Hull Kingston Rovers. Internationally, he did play for England.
Give me those clubs again.
Leeds, Bradford, Wakefield, Hull KR.
Bradford, Wakefield, Hull KR.
If you need a side clue,
Which
under the radar, yes. SLP is under the radar had a thing for his wife for a few years.
Oh, I don't know that.
And I'm not just talking me.
I was going to say, is that a euphemism for you?
No. You're going to kick yourself on this one, Al. It's Nick Scruton.
Oh. Yes. Oh dear. We've all embarrassed ourselves there, haven't we?
Right, okay,
Well,
so on to round 3. This round's called Significant Starters. So I've got one question for you each. I'm not going to bother asking you the Sarah and Tim ones because you've got no hope. But we'll ask the audience them. But I want you to both of you name both starting props for your club side in a significant match that I've chosen. You'll get 1 point for each player, so you can get a maximum of 2 points if you get both of the players. So Alan, for your side, it's the 2005 Super League Grand Final. So I want you to name the 2 starting props for Bradford Bulls in the 2005 Super League Grand Final.
Fielden.
That's one, yep.
And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Anderson for the other.
Was he not at Saints by then?
He probably was at Saints by then.
It wasn't Anderson anyway. It was Peacock.
Oh, did he start at prop?
He did. I know. One of his relatively few starts at prop.
Well, I'm obviously wrong. He's definitely a prop then.
Joe Vanger and Adrian Morley were the 2 props that came off the bench in that game. But you did get 1 point for Stuart Fielden, so you're off the mark. John, for you, we're jumping forward a decade to the 2000. I didn't want to give you the 2005 Grand Final. That would be unfair. I'll give you the 2015 Super League Grand Final, one that your side won. So I want you to name the 2 starting props for the Leeds Rhinos in the 2015 Super League Grand Final.
Is that Peacock and Luluai?
You jumped in too much there. It was Peacock was one of them, but unfortunately Luluai was not the other one. So yeah, but you have actually mentioned him on this episode.
So many people.
Luluai came off the bench. It was Mitch Garbett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, 1 point apiece, which is exciting. Going into the final round. But before we do the final round, let's do the Hull FC and Hull KR questions for those of you playing along at home. So I'll read the players out that we would have for Sarah and for Tim, and then or the games out, sorry, and then I'll pause a bit so you can pause your podcast if you want to have a bit of a guess, and then we'll give the answers so that you're not left hanging and going searching for it yourself. So for Hull FC, I picked out the 2005 Challenge Cup final, which, to be honest, Sarah would have absolutely smashed it because we found out last week that, and I already knew this actually, that it was the table names at a wedding, wasn't it? It was the starting lineup of that side. But yeah, so the 2005 Challenge Cup final for Hull FC, who were the starting prop forwards? Anyone want to have a stab in the dark at this one?
No, it's lost in the mist of time.
Ewan Dowles and Gareth Carvell.
Gareth Carvell again?
Loads of mentions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Gareth Carvell episode. Okay, so Tim's question, this one would have been impossible for anyone other than a Hull KR fan, but I know that 2007, when Hull KR first came into Super League, was around the time that Tim was up at uni in Hull, so I'm certain he would have been at this game, and so I'm hoping he would have remembered who the players were. So it was round 1 of Super League in 2007, which was Hull KR's first ever Super League game and win. Was the players that I was looking for. So we'll see if any of the listeners out there get this one. One of them I was like, what? He started at prop? But the other one is a pretty famous prop forward of the Super League era who also is now a coach in the Championship. It was Danny Ward and Ian Morrison.
There you go.
Yeah. Who knew? Not me. But that's what Rugby League Project told me, so we'll have to trust them. Okay, round 4, which is called Front Row First. So all questions in round 4 are linked to some sort of accolade or achievement. It's an open round. What I want you to do is shout out your name to answer the question. If you can answer the question correctly, you get 2 points, but if you answer it wrong, you do lose a point. So at the moment it's 1 point each, but I don't want either of you being soft about this. And I want this to be Barrie McDermott early career here, bringing the biff. We're none of this softness here. We want absolute bringing the biff and going in for this. So I've got 5 questions. I'll ask the question, then whoever shouts their name out first, I'll give the opportunity to answer the question. If you get it right, you get 2 points. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. Are we clear on the rules?
Yep.
Okay. Question 1. Which former Wigan prop forward is the most recent prop to win the Lance Todd Trophy?
I'm not being shy, I just don't know.
Well, it was in. I'll give you a clue then. It was in 2013, and it was against the Leeds Rhinos.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
It's Jeff Lima. Okay.
Could have been here all day.
Question 2. Get ready to say your names, guys. Question 2. Which former St Helens prop is the only prop forward to win the Man of Steel award in the Super League era?
John.
Go on, John.
James Graham.
It is James Graham. Excellent stuff. Okay. Question.
I've never felt pressure like it.
Question 3.
It's hard on this side, isn't it?
It is.
What accolade do Brent Kite, Willie Mason, and Paul Dunn all share?
Alan.
Go on, Alan.
Have they all been sent off in World Cup matches?
No, you moved down to 0. It's they're the only props to have won the Clive Churchill medal for man of the match in the Australian Grand Final.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So, question 4. Stuart Fielden and James Graham are notably the only prop forwards to do what in the Super League era?